Hey guys, this is a relatively quick tutorial about how to access everything you need for the Dummy Foundry on the public test shard, otherwise known as the PTS. So let's get started. First up, there are bear traps in Tempest Bay, Sanctum and Meridian that will teleport you into the Dummy Foundry. And there's the Dummy Foundry teleport behind the Tempest Bay porticulum. You also notice there's a dungeon master. This guy I'll get to later. First up, in order to access the Dummy Foundry teleport, you need to right click on your portrait. That's there, right there. Select dungeon difficulty, and in this case we'll start off with master difficulty because we want to access the tier 1 raid dummy, gear merchant. So here we're in a separate instance of Golem Foundry. The bosses have been removed, and what you'll see is right there, Mr. SL Raid 1 NPC. Now this NPC will sell you a variety of goods. Let's check them out. So basically they'll sell you the Storm Legion Raid 2 relic gear. These are test equipment, so they do not exactly reflect the stats of what the actual tier 2 raid tier equipment will be like on the live servers. There's also test equipment consumables, Purse of Platinum should you need it, and a make me level 60 potion, so that if you aren't level 60 you can instantly become a level 60. There's other tier 1 raid gear if you're interested in using those instead. Okay, so behind the NPC you'll see a variety of traps of various colors. The left one is blue and heads to Sanctum, the middle to Tempest Bay, and the right to Meridian. So let's head back to Tempest Bay. We'll try the Purse of Platinum, which doesn't actually give much, and we'll also check out the raid chest. Now the raid chest provides a bunch of essences, synergy crystals, even a raid tier 2 seal that's not available on live. You also find trinkets, runes, pretty much everything you'll need. Next we'll change the portrait to dungeon expert difficulty. This will allow you to head to another instance of Golem Foundry with a ton of dummies, thus the term Dummy Foundry. You also see there's raid debuffs and raid buffs on yourself. This is the perfect place for parsing in a raid environment. You also find an NPC called Fluffy2 the Fluffany. Generally speaking, there's not much you actually want here. There's a make me level 50 potion, but of course there's also a 60 in the previous NPC, and this old pre-SL raid gear, as well as a mount. What's most important is the tier 1 and tier 2 PA experience crystals. These will give you a ton of PA experience that will provide you with the ability to maximize your PA. Okay, just used one, but unfortunately it didn't give me anything because I'm already max PA. As you can see, you can then spend your time maxing the PA hexes. As you see in the Dummy Foundry, there are practice dummies, all with the debuffs on them already. There's wounded ones for you to test, and there's even tank ones for those wishing to practice their tanking. So tank physical dummy, level 60 and 62s, non-physical dummies, and there's even healing dummies, both full HP ones and those with less HP. There's also AoE dummies of various formations. Now the important part is that in the top left right hand corner you'll find the bear traps. Let's head back to Tempest Bay. We'll now head into the Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master is not always available, but it is currently due to testing for the Tier 2 20-man raids. As such, you can enter them to check out each raid. But what we want to do right now is to head into the Tempest Bay Raid. Here you'll find a variety of NPCs, trainers, a heal, and also SL Raid 1 gear merchant. He's the same as the one in the master mode of the Dummy Foundry. What you want is to click on this lever. It'll give you 200,000 conquest power, or in other words, it will max your conquest power. What this effectively does is gives you all the buffs necessary to maximize your character. So let's head back to Tempest Bay. With all this, you should be prepared and fully maxed out gear, level, PA and conquest points. Make sure that in your portrait, your dungeon difficulty is selected as expert, and then head back into the Dummy Foundry. If you want details on how to access the public test shard, or any other details, they will be written in the comment section of this video. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have fun parsing.